Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a subject that looks simple on the surface, yet sits at the core of your health, especially as you ease past age 50. We're going to talk about water. Now I can already hear you. Dr. Valeria Mendoza, I drink plenty of water. I'm hydrated. And you're probably right about the amount, but here's the catch. Plain water by itself often isn't enough. For men over 50 who care about vitality, steady energy, and yes, that all-important blood flow, relying only on plain water can mean missing a huge opportunity. Think of it like owning a Ferrari and never shifting out of first gear. We're not just discussing hydration. We're talking cellular signaling, vascular flexibility, and your body's raw electrical potential. As we get older, the way our bodies absorb and use essential micronutrients changes dramatically. What worked in your 20s and 30s doesn't always cut it later on. I'm talking specifically about minerals, the uncelebrated workhorses of your inner ecosystem. These tiny elements regulate everything from your heartbeat and nerve transmission to, most critically for today's topic, relaxing your blood vessels and supporting strong, consistent circulation to every part of you, including the parts required for peak performance. If you're a man over 50 seeking a simple, cost-effective daily tactic that complements everything you're already doing, your nutrition, your training, your supplements, this video is for you. I'll introduce not just one, but a handful of powerful mineral options and show exactly why and how adding a small pinch of the right ingredient to your daily water can transform energy and vitality. By the end, you'll never see a glass of plain water the same way again. Let's start with what aging does to hydration. In your younger years, your kidneys were elite filters. Your gut was a nutrient-absorbing machine. You sweated, you drank, you absorbed, and everything stayed balanced. Past 50, several shifts change how your body uses water. First, your thirst signal dulls. You feel less urgently thirsty, creating chronic, low-grade dehydration even when you believe you're drinking enough. Second, kidneys grow less efficient at retaining water, so you excrete electrolytes and essential minerals faster than you can absorb them, like a slow leak draining your battery. Third, and most important for blood flow, is the vascular system. Inside your arteries and capillaries is where the magic happens. Over time, those smooth muscle walls stiffen and lose pliability, so they don't relax on command. That stiffness is the enemy of robust blood flow. Plain water mainly hydrates the fluid outside your cells. It's great for replacing volume, but it doesn't deliver the electrical charge needed to move water and the nutrients it carries across cell membranes. That charge comes from electrolytes, minerals dissolved in water that carry electrical impulses. When these critical minerals are lacking, cellular communication falters, muscles have trouble contracting, nerves misfire, and blood vessels don't receive clear signals to dilate and open. This isn't about buying fancy bottled mineral water. It's about being a proactive, informed advocate for your health, knowing which minerals are most depleted with age and which matter most for vascular function. If there's one mineral every man over 50 should prioritize, it's magnesium. Magnesium is a powerhouse, involved in 300+ enzymatic processes. You've heard me call it the ultimate chiller mineral. It relaxes smooth muscle throughout the body. Where does that matter for male vitality? Everywhere, but especially in arterial walls and in the corpora cavernosa, the spongy cylinders in the penis that fill with blood to create an erection. For optimal blood flow, arteries must be pliable. When the body sends the neurologic signal that it's go time, those vessels need to relax, dilate, and open wide. This vasodilation heavily depends on adequate magnesium. When you're low in magnesium, and let's be honest, modern diets and depleted soils leave well over half of adults short, blood vessels stay somewhat tight and constricted. Vasoconstriction. Magnesium counterbalances that tension. It behaves like a natural calcium channel blocker. Remember, calcium drives contraction, stepping in to say, "Hold up, let's release the grip." Adding a highly bioavailable magnesium to water is a phenomenal way to promote systemic relaxation. It absorbs quickly in the gut, enters circulation, and sends those "chill out" signals through your cardiovascular system, translating to smoother, stronger, more sustained blood flow throughout the body, which supports energy and intimate performance alike. The next mineral to reclaim is sodium. I know, sodium has been vilified for decades for its link to high blood pressure and heart disease. but quality and context matter. The villain isn't sodium itself. It's the flood of processed table salt in packaged foods. That white, hyper-refined salt is stripped of nearly all other minerals, leaving a harsh, concentrated chemical that wrecks electrolyte balance. Unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt is a different story. These contain not just sodium chloride but a spectrum of trace minerals, often dozens of elements, including small amounts of potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Sodium is the master gatekeeper of hydration, crucial for maintaining fluid balance inside and outside cells. Without enough sodium, your body can't hold the water you drink. You'll keep chugging and simply excrete it, feeling perpetually thirsty despite guzzling gallons. Sodium also partners with potassium to power the sodium-potassium pump, the engine behind cellular activity, nerve conduction, and muscle contraction. A tiny pinch of quality unrefined salt in a big glass of water, especially in the morning, is nothing like the concentrated salt in chips. This simple step can dramatically improve hydration, optimize blood volume, and help your heart pump while vessels deliver oxygen where it's needed most. If magnesium is the chiller and sodium the gatekeeper, potassium is the counterbalance. As the third leg of the electrolyte stool, potassium's core job is proper cell signaling, especially in the heart and vascular system. While magnesium relaxes arteries, potassium works with sodium to maintain the electrical gradient across membranes. It also has a well-documented role in blood pressure management by helping your body excrete excess sodium, useful if your blood pressure runs high or your diet leans processed. The sodium-potassium balance is delicate, and modern diets usually overshoot sodium from processed sources, while skimping on potassium-rich fruits and vegetables. For better blood flow, you want harmony. Enough quality sodium to pull water into cells and ample potassium to counterbalance it, keeping arterial walls flexible and responsive. Adding potassium takes care. Too much can be an issue, but a small amount of potassium chloride powder or a potassium-rich mineral blend in water is an excellent way to restore this neglected ratio. Support this balance and you give your heart and vessels the tools to operate at peak efficiency. While not a classic electrolyte like magnesium or sodium, zinc is pivotal for male vitality, so including it in a daily water strategy can help, especially for older men. Zinc is foundational for testosterone production and regulation. Even mild zinc deficiency can impair testicular function and lower this vital hormone. Because testosterone underpins energy, mood, muscle mass, and libido, adequate zinc is non-negotiable for men over 50. Zinc also powers immune resilience, which often wanes with age. Since zinc can be poorly absorbed from tablets, a high-quality liquid zinc, just a few drops in water once daily, offers consistent, bioavailable intake, supporting immune defenses and maintaining the hormonal readiness that underlies true vitality. A quick note on iron. Supplementation should be guided by your doctor and reserved for proven deficiency, but understand its role in blood flow. Iron sits at the center of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells responsible for carrying oxygen from lungs to every cell, including muscle and the tissues that require oxygen for firmness. Inadequate iron reduces oxygen carrying capacity, causing fatigue, lethargy, and that drained feeling. Anemia directly diminishes performance and vitality by starving tissues of fuel. If you're low and your clinician agrees, a gentle, well-absorbed liquid iron mixed into water can be a game changer, improving blood quality by boosting oxygen delivery. Remember, robust blood flow isn't just about volume, it's about the quality of what's being delivered. The goal here is consistency, not complexity. You don't need every single mineral in every single glass. The smartest approach is targeted. Cycle these supports to match your current deficiencies and goals. The easiest way to start transforming your fluid intake is with the daily vasodilator hack, focused squarely on relaxation and blood flow optimization. Begin first thing in the morning to set a positive circulatory tone for the day. In a tall glass or bottle of water, pick one of two options. Option 1. Add a soluble magnesium powder. Choose highly absorbable forms such as magnesium citrate or glycinate. Start modestly, around half a regular teaspoon or follow the label, and dissolve completely before drinking. This sends a potent relax and dilate message to your vascular system. Option 2. The salt hack, simple and foundational. Add just a tiny pinch of quality unrefined sea salt. truly just enough to cover the tip of your pinky. You'll deliver whole-spectrum electrolytes to enhance cellular hydration from the start of your day. Beyond daily relaxation, add the hormone and immune boost, aimed at deeper systemic regulation. Once daily, ideally with a main meal, use liquid zinc drops. Mix the recommended serving into a glass of water. This bypasses common absorption issues and stomach irritation from tablets, ensuring reliable support for your immune system and hormonal readiness throughout the day. Finally, address the blood pressure balancer to recalibrate your electrolyte ratio. If your fruit and veg intake isn't ideal, or if you train hard and sweat a lot, pay attention to potassium. Look for a potassium-rich electrolyte blend that's low in sugar, yet generous in potassium. Add about a half scoop to water during or after activity to replace losses and speed recovery. By committing to these small, intentional tweaks to your water routine, you upgrade from basic hydration to functional hydration. You're not just filling the tank, you're creating an electrically charged, nutrient-dense fluid your cells recognize and use instantly. This sends clear biochemical signals through your vascular network to relax, open fully, and deliver performance-enhancing blood flow to every tissue that needs it. At that point, it's no longer just water. It becomes a tailor-made liquid mineral supplement for the unique needs that arise after 50. Give this straightforward protocol a consistent 3-week trial and watch the shifts in baseline energy, mental clarity, physical strength, and overall vitality. Taking this single, powerful step today is an investment your future 60-year-old self will thank you for. Thanks for watching. If this helped, tap like, subscribe for more tips on health and vitality, and share it with a friend who might still be sipping plain water. Tell me in the comments which mineral you'll start adding today. I'm Dr.